Hi everyone, and welcome to your weekly Pick a Card Tarot readings for the week of October 9th. If we haven't met, my name is Sydney, I'm the Tarot Guy next door, and I use my occult knowledge and intuition to help guide you towards the life you want. If you want to support what I do, or if you have a situation you want me to take a look at, you'll find information on how to do that below. I'll be doing 5-card open readings, and here are the decks that I have for you. We have the Dark Mansion Tarot with Blue Aventurine, the Classic Rider-Waite-Smith with Carnelian, and the Tarot de Marseille with Green Aventurine. We also have 4 different oracle cards to choose from 4 different decks. So go ahead and pick which tarot deck and which oracle card resonate with you the most. It's totally fine if you're drawn to more than one, and of course you can pause this video if you need more time. As always with collective readings, take what resonates with you and leave aside what doesn't. If you want to jump straight to your reading, you'll find timestamps right below. And with that, let's go right to the readings. Alright, Group 1, let's see what we have for you for this week. Oh, first of all, this might not have been last time, but there was a time I read with this deck and the lighting was really low, so I'd like to apologize for that. We have the Six of Swords. What is this? The Six of Wands reversed. The King of Coins. This is the King of Wands reversed. And in the middle, we have the Queen of Coins with the Two of Cups in the middle of your cross. Very interesting. So let me just put these like that. This should be well oriented for you. A little high, but it'll do. Group 1, this is either a love reading or it isn't. I don't really usually do love readings, but it is difficult to ignore when the King and Queen of Coins are both together side by side, and also the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So, fortunately, I'm going to give both interpretations. So, regardless of whether this King and Queen of Coins are a couple or not, or whatever the relationship is between these two people, it is a vibe of setting forth moving past some kind of stubbornness or disagreement and committing to a long-term project or long-term victory would be the better term with the Six of Wands reversed at the bottom of your cross here. I don't see, like the word commit feels too strong. I feel that there would be different cards here if the feeling of commitment was a major theme in this reading, but the vibe of coming together, moving past the disagreement and stubbornness. Basically, I'm reading the King of Wands reversed as a vibe and the King and Queen of Coins as people. And the sixes here are kind of flanking them, indicating what is going on. That's basically the gist of how I'm reading these cards. But yeah. And again, I worded it this way because it's not necessarily a love reading. I think that if it was a love reading, there would be other cards that would give it an even stronger vibe. But as I said at the top, it's very difficult for me to ignore when the King and Queen of a same suit show up together, especially with a card like the Two of Cups as well, which is often seen as a lovey-dovey type thing. But it's definitely someone that this hints at some kind of emotional investment with this person. So yeah, that it could be that I just didn't want to do it that way because I have the feeling that's not what people typically come to me for, although I'm really open to the idea. There certainly is demand for it. But anyway, enough about me. I'm going to end the reading there. Thank you so much, Group 1. If you liked your reading, please give this video a like, and you can use the timestamps in the description below to jump to your oracle card reading. I'll see you there. All right, Group 2, let's see what we have for you for this week. I'm going to throw down all 5 cards. World reversed. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, this bag. It's cute and all, but it's in the way where it is. Oh, it's a little crooked for you. Let me do something like that. How's that? Yeah, that'll do. Group 2, your message is looking pretty straightforward. The overall vibe of this is one of a break with tradition, where the traditional, conventional way of doing things just so happens to not be the right one. The thing that that leapt out at me is how these three cards here contrast with these two cards. We have, first of all, we have the two upright sevens, indicating something I say a lot is that when the Seven of Wands comes up reversed, I often read it as defensiveness. And the seven upright, in the context of this reading, I am really reading in the more literal sense of having the high ground and basically standing firm in what you believe in the face of people who are telling you that the way to do it normally is this way, you know? And this plays into how something I always say about the world is that there are so many different kinds of ways that I can read it. And I'm honestly not sure how this card fits in with the overall vibe. I do know that I don't see the fact that it's reversed for this card is I'm seeing more as a delay, especially combined with the Ace of Wands here. I have the feeling that in order to get to the Ace, it's going to involve working around the authoritarian mentor type figure here. In the context of this reading, I think the meaning of the Hierophant is pretty clear. Definitely a break with tradition. That's the gist of how I'm reading this card, and all the other cards are revolving around it, you know. But definitely, let's just say if you find yourself at odds with someone as to how to do something, and you know that your way makes sense to you, and it makes sense, period, not just to you, you know, then this might be the week to lean on that confidence. Yeah, honestly, I don't have much more to say, so thank you very much for watching. If you liked your reading, please give this video a like, and you can use the timestamps in the description below to jump to your Oracle card reading. I'll see you there, Group 2. All right, Group 3. Let's see what we have for you. The Queen of Coins flipped over while I was shuffling. Don't know what that means, if anything, but my favorite ace in the deck. Well, the Queen of Coins did not show up. We'll see if if she was relevant at all. This should be pretty decent placing for you. Yeah, that'll do. So, beautiful. Group 2, it's a sunny day and there are clouds, so the lighting has probably changed us now. But regardless of that, the vibe that I'm getting of this reading is to a hard-earned aha moment that unlocks the key to bring about the change that you want to bring. That's really a good summary of this entire vibe. So we have the strength card in the Marseille deck. I read it really as a struggle with the beast, and with the Ace of Swords just above her, I got the vision of her taking the sword out of that lion's mouth, you know, thus being able to crown the champion, bring about the change, move forward with confidence, sprout that creativity. I mean, honestly, the sentence I used to summarize it, like a hard-fought solution that is either attained through reflection or through some aha moment after the work, after having put in the work, that unlocks everything and opens the floodgates. So I have the feeling that this is going to be a big week, Group 3. And yeah, it might not be enjoyable, but I think that it's looking like the kind of week where people earn their stripes. And having stripes after the fact is really cool. So I think you'll find it's worth it overall. So that was a mic drop. So I'm going to end the reading there. If you like the video, please like. And if you don't want to watch me pick up your reading, you can use the timestamps below to jump ahead a couple seconds. All right, so it's eclipse week, so I figured I'd break out the moon decks. And since it's a solar eclipse, the radiant sun to balance it out. This should be perfect. Let me just focus. There we go. All right, Group A, do we have it? Do we have it? We have a supermoon. Emotions are running high. Well, I gotta say, based off of all 4 readings, there are different ways to interpret this, but how can I say this? Because it's difficult for me to plug into all 3 readings because depending on the reading that you gave, I could definitely see how emotions would be running high. But I think it's after it has flown, after the floodgates have been open, the new normal can be really cool, because I have the feeling that for all 3 groups that will be the case. So I will move on. Group B, your card is the new moon in Leo, Shine. There's one group in particular with which that is particularly fitting, but I think that when you want to attain something, to let the type of person you would have to be to attain that thing and that vision of you as that type of person to kind of motivate you to turn into that person so that you can get the thing that you want. It's basically a much more wordy, much less cynical, I would say much more fruitful and helpful way of saying fake it till you make it, because sometimes we don't think that it's our place to shine, and that if you think that at the wrong moment, you know, you can rob yourself of opportunity. So that's why I wanted to, because sometimes the people who need to be told this the most are the most resistant to hearing it, which is why I tried so hard to get through to those people. Group C, your card is Prisoner. This is Lunar Mansion number 26. Let me stare at this card for a moment. It's funny too, I didn't want to jump to that interpretation reflexively, because people are often resistant to giving bad news, but given where the 26th lunar mansion is, which is late Aquarius dipping into early Pisces, this really does have the vibe of once you have established and determined and detected where all the boundaries are, that's when you're ready to transcend them or go beyond them. I really do have a feeling of breaking free from a prison, which I was hesitant to say at first, but given where this mansion is in the journey that the moon takes in its orbit around us, I think, and especially given the readings that I gave, that is by far the most straightforward and helpful way to interpret this card. All right, so now that you know where the limits are, you can make informed and educated decisions as to whether or not you want to stay within or go without those limits. Group D, your card is Innovation, Jupiter in Aquarius. This is very funny because this ties in so much because the 26th lunar mansion, if I did my star math correctly, is ruled by Jupiter. So I'm very tempted to tie it into Group C's reading, but I'm not going to. But I'm going to need a break in order not to. Give me a second. All right, Group D. The name of the game for you for this week is brainstorming and aggressive, radical combination of different ideas. I think that for you, the key to unlocking what you might need to unlock, and it's funny, this applies to all three readings in slightly different ways. Even though I was thinking of one group in particular when I said that, but in order to unlock what you want to unlock, in order to find the key to that, sometimes you need to think radically and come back to things that you might have dismissed, or question things that you might have taken for granted, and assumptions and those kinds of things. That would be the name of the game for you for this week, Group D. So on that note, I'm going to end the reading there. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give this video a like. Thank you so much for watching again. Y'all have a great week. I'll see you soon.